Welcome to Smart Design. I'm Barbara Alvarez. Well, I've got a great party for you, because I love throwing parties. My favorite party is creating a fantasy. So when I heard I'd be able to help plan Preston Bailey's personal holiday soiree, you can imagine how excited I was.
Habla conmigo. Olvídate de Tania.
Mami, no te pongas celosa, mi alma, mi vida.
I've been seeing a lot of orange around lately, and not just in clothes. Believe it or not, orange is one of the hottest colors in home design. I'm going to introduce you to a designer who lives with orange every day, and later we'll turn a kitchen into a tangerine treat.
Has your appreciation for the female body or for women changed over the years?
He's the clock master, Marvin Schneider. He's also been referred to as Father Time, and since he's such a character, I wanted to find out what makes him tick. And then, of course, I go and show up late.
Preston Bailey invites you to dinner for a holiday celebration.
Describe your philosophy on a great party.
I love giving parties. Music, food, just give them everything. I mean, literally, that's what entertainment should be. It's about a gift to your guests, and I think that's the really important thing to me.
And it seems like everyone wants Preston's gifts. He's planned parties for Joan Rivers and Oprah Winfrey. What's an expensive party? Throw out a number.
$500,000.
Wow.
Or so. $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 for decoration, not food or anything else.
Wow. For our party, the theme was a holiday silver winter wonderland. Once the guest list is done, Preston likes to create a frenzy with his invitations. This time, it was a cake that looked like a silver apple baked by none other than cake maven Sylvia Weinstock.
Okay. So everyone like freaked. I mean, when they received it, It's like, oh my God, what's going on, kind of a thing.
His next extravagant surprise, a different gift for every guest between each gourmet course. Okay, so then we eat the wild mushroom and Gruyere tart.
Right.
And open the first present.
The first present.
They get better as the meal goes on. Almonds.
Almonds.
The rest of day one, picking our flowers and going over the color-based theme for the party.
I want to work specifically with white, creams, lavenders, purples, that color scheme. I want to keep away from the reds and everything else. Just
Reds are just overdone,
They're
right?
totally out.
They're out. Choosing the table linens was next. We were looking for something silver and sparkly to add to the drama of the evening.
Look at this. Isn't that
beautiful?
Isn't that amazing?
Done with the shopping. The day of the party, we only had a few hours to completely transform Preston's space. How could he be so calm?
This one, Louis, we want to put at the front.
Preston's mantra, keep moving, girl, and it'll all come together. And move we did. Finally, the masterpiece appeared, and it's chocolate, my favorite. He gets it on there, then we'll sprinkle it. All right, so the guests are arriving, and
6 o'clock.
on the dot.
On the dot.
You look fabulous, honey.
God, that red dress is amazing.
Thank you.
It really is like, come on, let's go
Let's
visit
mingle.
everyone.
As expected, the night was an absolute success.
Yes, we are.
According to Preston, you can't fail if you follow these steps to planning the perfect holiday party. Decide who you want to invite, figure out your budget, pick a theme, find a location, and most importantly, don't forget to relax and have a good time.
And you blew it. He told you silver, 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 no red, and you wore
red. But I had to stick out, honey.
You always
had
do.
to make a statement.
You always do. Barb, thanks very much. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. Welcome to Smart Design. I'm Barbara Alvarez. Working with small spaces can be really challenging. You have to use up every square inch. But by following a few simple rules, any small space can be big on style. First, we're going to talk to a designer who's going to show us how to make small spaces stand out. Then we're going to put these ideas to work by having one of our own designers transform a living room from small and cramped to spacious and refined. I'm meeting designer Joe Lehman to tour a townhome where space is at a premium, and he's found ways to make every inch of it beautiful. Wow, Joe, it's gorgeous.
Glad you like it.
It really is. Big on style. How big is this space?
This space is about 12 by 14 feet.
Wow. What did you do? How did you come into this room and figure all of this out?
Well, one of the big things we did the Harlequin pattern on the wall. We used two colors that are very close, so it pushes the room out. And by the use of the long triangle, pushes the room up.
I love the curtains and the rods and the finials. I've never seen anything so big, especially used in a small space like this.
Well, what they do is, you know, it's a simple drapery treatment. It just pulls your eye up again and it makes the room expand out. Don't be afraid to try the unexpected. You know, these are big frames again. You know, you're seeing large scale items in a small space, but don't use a lot of large items, just a few interspersed here and there. And then it'll just make it flow nicely.
Show me the rest of the house.
Okay, come on this way.
Okay.
Our next room is also 12 by 14 feet.
Joe, this is a really nice space, too. What did you do to make this one work?
Well, we used an overscaled sofa, and then we angled the rug. And it kind of pulled your view this way, and it expanded it.
Now tell me about this coffee table. It's lower than the sofa. I normally would not pair these two.
Well, I think most people would probably put a piece of glass on top of it. I chose not to because I like the lowness of it.
Does the coffee table also make the space look larger because it is small and it gives you this illusion of having all of this extra space and openness?
I think so. I think you're absolutely right. You know, you're getting it.
Yeah, I am getting it.
Starting to pick up what goes on.
Tell me about that mirror that you have back there.
Well, it's a new piece. It looks old, but it's brand new. But it serves a great purpose because when you're leaving, you certainly can fix your hair, check your coat, whatever.
Absolutely.
But it takes the space and makes it twice as wide as what it is.
So can these ideas work in a dining room too?
So Barbara, what do you think?
It's a great space.
Well, this is a lot different than the other areas because we've got such height here. I mean, this is 18, 19 feet high. And one of the things that really is cool, I think, are the big wide stripes. You know, this takes the room way up. And at first, you don't notice the use of two colors when you walk into the space. But it really makes it a visual impact. And so you forget you're in a smaller area. Again, this is only 12 by 12, but it feels a lot larger.
It does. It does. It feels palatial.
Thanks.
Tell me some rules when I go into my small space on how to rethink it to get the maximum use out of it.
Think about keeping the colors light. Don't have a lot of different colors. Try to keep them very similar. Try to think of proportion. Try to think of height. Try to think of the angles and repetition of items throughout the space. Just have a good time with it. And if you have a good time with what you're doing when you're putting a space together, it'll be yours, you'll be comfortable in it, and then all your friends will be comfortable.
Okay, we've got a handful of ideas to transform a small space. But is it really that simple to suddenly find light and depth in a tiny room? Well, we're going to send in our very own designer to put these small space solutions to the test.